All right. One. Hello and welcome, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Some Random. That was a weird and stilted intro. I am your host, Sriracha Flash. With me today, the wonderful and the magnificent Mia, aka TheIceyGlaceon, and in true diva form, Mr. MruSuk, aka Jay, will be with us later. But Mia, hi, how's it going? How are you?
I'm good. I had a long day, but it's okay because I got to come home to my dragon, and she actually ate some lettuce today, which is pretty good. So it's a good day.
That's pretty solid. We have like a leopard gecko. That's my son's, and it's so picky. Like the leopard gecko will go after crickets and like not after mealworms unless you place the mealworms directly in front of it. So getting those things to eat at all is at this point for me anything like just short of a miracle. A pain in the ass. Oh my god in heaven. But I have seen pictures of your. It's a beardy, right? A bearded dragon.
Yeah, it is.
I've seen pictures. It's wonderful. I'm a sucker for bearded dragons.
I spoil her so much. She's only just gotten here, and she gets everything that she wants. She's fat. She's probably gonna get a little bit more fat. She likes roaches, and so I'm just like, well, you're supposed to eat salad today, but a few can't hurt, right?
Yeah, it'd be
I don't know.
fine.
I'm smitten with her already. She is very much a highlight of my life.
Oh, that's awesome. Have you gotten her a harness yet? Yeah.
Yeah, so I got her from Manny, which most people know as TSB Blaze, and so he like sent me all of her stuff, which also includes a harness. So as soon as the sun comes out a little bit more, after I'm at work, I will be taking her out on the patio and letting her bask in the natural sun.
Oh, that's awesome. My good friend. I'm just gonna use his full name because he uses it on Twitter. My good friend Cody Hensley has a beardy, and he has a harness, and he takes it on walks all the time. And I'm always like, man, I wish I could do that with our little leopard gecko, but it's just too small. I'm so very jealous of people getting able to like walk their bearded dragons. It's like I saw one the other day with a little harness that had like bat wings on it or dragon wings, and I was
Yeah, those are so cute.
lost my mind. I was so excited for it. I'm just an
Yeah.
idiot.
Right now it'll be the little bat wings for the bearded dragon, and I've told myself as soon as I get a house, I'm gonna get a tegu, which is like 5 times as big as a bearded dragon, and I can't wait to take my tegu out for walks.
Oh, that'd be awesome. We had when I was a kid, we had an iguana named Buford that my stepdad just let roam around the house, and that thing was like 2.5 feet long, and so you would just be on the couch like watching a movie, and then you would feel like a claw at your ear because they would like climbed up on the back and it was just like chilling on your
Hmm.
shoulders or something like that. And at first it used to freak me out, but then as we got older, it was just like funny to like have our friends over and they freak out because there's this big old iguana just kind of roaming around the house. But that was I don't know. I think lizards are cool as hell, man. I
Yeah, they're cute.
I get smitten. Something about them makes me crazy. Um,
Hmm.
but enough about my weird obsessions with small animals. Mia, we're here to talk about you, and more importantly, your event that you guys are putting on here in a couple months. But before we get started with that, why don't you tell the people who the hell are you?
I'm a fire starter. Not really. Um, I'm a TO that's been doing TO things for 5 years now. I got started really, really young when I was still a teenager. The reason I call myself a fire starter, or like I call myself problematic, is because a lot of my TO stuff started out of spite. Me just seeing things not run as well as they could be, kind of getting denied the chance to help in a good way, and kind of just taking over and just being like, all right, you said no, but I don't really take no as an answer. So
I see a problem. I can fix this problem. I'm gonna do it.
yeah, it's I don't really care if you told me I can do it or not. I'm just like gonna do it. So that's how I started. That was kind of acknowledged after a few years of doing that by Alex Bailey, and after I started working CEO, I kind of just got picked up by the rest of the tournaments around the country. Ended up working Evo, ended up working Combo Breaker, which is really cool, and so now I help do a lot of consulting for smaller events around the country. I just moved to Arizona, and so now I'm helping out a local company with that. I help Armando out with Undefeated. So I don't know. I guess that's my little background. I saw a problem and I fixed it, no matter what the person told me, and I kind of just keep doing it. I kind of have Stockholm syndrome. I keep saying I'm gonna like get out of this, and then I'm just like, no, people need my help.
We're so helpless, Mio. We need you.
It's really hard to not come back when, like, to me the solution is so easy, and I just want people to have a good time, and so it's like I just keep coming back.
Right. I mean, I can see it, especially. I think someone like me is like a people pleaser, so I'm like, if I can help out in a way, like I'll absolutely do it, you know. And I want other people to be happy, so I could see where it's like, I want this event to run well because I don't want a friend to look bad or someone that I care about to look bad. So I'll help out and fix this problem. So yeah, I could see you're like Sly Stallone, like up in the mountains chopping wood, and just like I thought I was retired, they pulled me back in. God damn it! Every time.
That's how it feels every year. And I this past year of Evo, I really thought I was gonna do 2 years of service at Evo, kind of like the Korean Army, and I was gonna be done. No, and then Under Night got announced, and to this day, nothing XS was really funny because he didn't remove me from any staff chats. And then Eunice got announced, and he was kind of just like, so about Evo, and I was like, oh, you sly dog, I see you. You knew I would come back.
You knew what was gonna happen.
And so, same story for this year. I'm not holding my breath, but I'm kind of just sitting here like, I don't want to do this again. But watch Uniclear get announced.
Yeah,
Who else will baby Clear Lamp? Who else will love him as much as I do? Nobody. The answer is nobody.
Might as well be me. There's a like it's not, I guess it's not really video, but it's video. After he had won grand finals last year, and you were like dancing just off the stage and so excited. It was probably one of my favorite moments of Evo last year. Just just to see like your enthusiasm and like how much like you cared about his victory. I think you actually cared more than Clear Lamp did, to be fair.
I honestly think I did, because it wasn't only one. He won. He was undefeated. Like, he did not lose.
Right.
And I also had won $200 off of a bet because of that. So one, I was happy.
Oh damn.
Two, he also had cleared my curse. I've had a curse ever since I've been a TO. Every grand finals bracket I touch gets reset. He is the first person to actually not reset the bracket.
Oh wow!
When I run the top 8, and so I was so happy he won. I was so happy the curse was broken. I was so happy I had won a bet. Also, I love Clear Lamp. I love everything he does, and so I was so happy for him because I had talked to him weeks prior, and he was like, I don't know if I can do it, and I was just like, no, you're Clear Lamp. You can do everything. I believe in you. And like every time he'd make it through, I'd go, you got this. I'm so proud of you. And it was very cool. I really got to bond with him a lot over that weekend, and it really means a lot to me. And I'd love to experience that again, because he really is one of my favorite players in the FGC.
That is awesome. I didn't know about the side bet or anything else, so no, that's awesome. It's good to hear. I mean, it's just proven science. Anytime that you run a grand finals that he's in, and a year where there's an alcoholic drink named after him, he wins Evo grand finals undefeated. If it happens twice in a year, I think we just have to make a tradition going forward. I don't think we can ever stop it.
Big agree. I mean, that's why the Clear Lamp is returning to Michigan Masters this year. It also was the most popular drink.
It was so
Gotta
good.
say, connotation runs strong.
It was so good. I can't remember how much it was, like $7 or $8 or whatever. But I think I had probably blown $40 or $50 just getting those alone. And I'll probably do it again this year. I'm very excited for it. I love Michigan Masters. You guys put on a hell of a show. But I'll save that. I'll save all the ass kissing for later when we're talking about Michigan Masters, because I only have good things to say. So I guess let's reverse it back a little bit. So you've been TOing for 5 years now. You've been really heavily involved with that. But what got you into fighting games?
Man, I've always kind of been drawn to them. My older brother really liked Mortal Kombat, and if anyone knows me now, I actually really don't like Mortal Kombat because it's very gory. But like, I would always watch him play video games, and I always thought fighting games were kind of cool. And it was around it was UFGT9, and for some reason it popped up in a Google search. I don't know what I was searching. I think it was when I remember. I went to Toys R Us because this was a year when Toys R Us still existed. All the teeny boppers will not know about that. And I got the Guilty Gear game for the DS, and I remember looking up Guilty Gear on Google, and UFGT was live, and so I ended up watching Guilty Gear at UFGT, and it was also such an interesting year because that was the year the Persona game came out, I think, or maybe that was the year after. I think it was the year before though. It was UFGT 9, and Banana Ken had just like instant killed Lord Knight, and it's like it's still a bookmark in my Google Chrome. It's very funny. But like that's kind of what got me into whoa, fighting games are popular. There's entire tournaments for it. Looked up UFGT. I was like, holy moly, UFGT is only 90 minutes away because I'm originally from Milwaukee. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I should totally go in. I should totally go to this. And so for the rest of the year following UFGT, I went to like local anime conventions around the Midwest area, and like I signed up for like every Persona tournament because like I saw Bananakin and I was like, Bananakin's cool. I think I'm cool. Clearly, I'm destined to be good at Persona. I was very bad at Persona. It is still one of my favorite fighting games though, because like I love to raging lion people in the corner and be like, why can't you get out? Why can't you get out? But I mean, I guess that's what really got me into it was like seeing that one stream and like seeing the chat, seeing how much everyone had fun there, and I was like, I totally have to go. And so my first tournament was UFGTX, and that's pretty much where everything kind of started.
Dang, long and storied. Which is the way we like it around here, honestly, because I've had a lot of people just like, I picked up Street Fighter 2 once upon a time, a long time ago, and that was it. I'm like, there's got to be more to the story. So I appreciate the long background on it. Persona 4 Arena was
Persona 4 Arena.
Yeah, it was one that I had picked up, I think for like $5 because it was like sitting in a bin at GameStop, and I was like, I know nothing about this game, and then like somewhere like there was like a Shin Megami Tensei title attached to it somewhere that I probably looked up online, and I was like, hey, I remember that series, and so I had played it for like a little bit, and I remember playing Teddy, and like having fun with Teddy, and I think I played for maybe 4 or 5 hours, and then I was like, well, probably never gonna come back to this game again. And then like years down the line, I was just like, it's fun, but not gonna practice it much. I don't have anyone to play with. And then years down the line, a good friend of mine that I had played Gears of War with, you would know SQ, who was a local Michigan player, and she, who I'd been playing Gears of War with, was now playing Persona 4 Arena. I was like, oh, I have that game. And so I got like watching Twitch clips, and like whenever she was live or something like that, I'll like make sure to try to pop in and watch the matches. And then I never picked it up again, but it's always one of those games that I'm like, I played that once before, like I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's always fun when people are like, I played this game, and I go, I know what it is. Like I can at least say like I've touched it once, but man, I really wish I was more proficient at it so I could actually speak the speak and walk the walk. I really can't. I'm just a big idiot, honestly. Street Fighter people are just a bunch of idiots. Me included.
Good comment.
It's fine. Look, I'll say it. I don't care.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say us Street Fighter people are idiots. I know because I'm around Street Fighter people all day, including myself. So yeah, no, it's fine. So clearly you've been into this stuff. You've been around fighting games and video games for a long time, but taking it back even further, now we're getting back to base roots. What was your first video game? What really got you started along this path at all?
Ha. Ha, joke's on you to think a video game got me started in video games because
Oh,
I am a fire starter.
oh,
No, I was denied video games as a child. You know what I got for the PlayStation 1? Minnie's Kitchen. I was not allowed to play real video games. Also, Minnie's Kitchen, very hard. Unsure of what the goal is in that game. Never figure it out as a 6-year-old. Wish I could find it, because without a PlayStation 1, cannot find the game. Very much want to return to it. If you have a copy of the game, please sell it to me. Um, it was the denial of video games that got me into video games. Like, my dad did not want me to play them at all, and I was such a bad kid, and like I feel like I bullied my parents into like getting me a Game Boy Advance. Like, my brother got one. I was like, I want one. Once again, got a Game Boy Advance, never got a video game for it. You know what I got? I got those Video Now things with, like, you being a parent, you probably know about these. Like, they were the Game Boy cartridges that had, like, Kim Possible and everything on it. Like, all
oh,
you did was, like, watch Disney on it.
yeah,
Uh,
I remember.
that's what I got. Never got a video game for the Game Boy Advance. No, couldn't play Pokemon, didn't get anything. So, finally got a DS, got like my first video game, is Animal Crossing, like 400 hours in Animal Crossing. And so, I mean, and then from there it kind of took off. Like, by that age, like, I was getting older, and my parents were finally starting to be like, okay, well, she's older, like, she can play video games now. And so I got games, but they weren't really anything too much. It was just like Animal Crossing. I got like a game to help me learn Japanese. I got WarioWare. That was a pretty fun game.
Oh yeah,
And
WarioWare
then,
is the shit.
how old was it? Let's see. I have to like base everything based on how old my brother was. So my brother was about 17, and he was into Call of Duty. So man, I got into Call of Duty, and so I was like 12 years old. I was that 12-year-old that was cursing back at you at Call of Duty that hadn't gone through puberty yet. And so, like, I think from 12, like 12 or 13 on, I kind of like, I just played Call of Duty for like 4 years. Like, I recently just got a PlayStation 4. Like, that's the wild thing. Like, I just got a PlayStation 4, and I'm looking at all my trophies, and they're all Call of Duty related.
Damn, man.
I'm just like, because it's like from Black Ops to like Modern Warfare 3. I owned like every single game, and like I played the crap out of it. And then I got into Nintendo consoles again. I got a Wii. I played a lot of Wii games, but those were also kind of boring. I didn't really play much. I actually played a lot more GameCube games on the Wii because I started exploring. I don't know. It's like, I guess the TLDR is I was denied video games, and then I kind of just piggybacked off my brother's video games because my parents wouldn't buy me video games. So that's kind of how it started. Then I found fighting games, and I kind of went on to like find things that I like. And so, like, I really like things like Persona. I still kind of like games like Call of Duty, not Fortnite and not Apex, but I like Call of Duty. And now I'm back into Monster Hunter for like the fourth time.
Oh, did Iceborne just come out, or is that coming out soon?
Iceborne just came out for the PC. It's been out for the consoles for about 6 months now.
Oh my god, I'm so far behind. I'm such an idiot. But Monster Hunter World is fantastic, so I can't even fault you for it. I got it like on the Xbox Game Pass, and I was playing it on there for a while, and then everyone that I like, my other friends that were like, get it on PS4, and I was like, no money. Otherwise I would. So I was stuck playing it alone because like I didn't really want to team up with the randoms or anything like that, and I just kind of put it on the shelf. And now I'm sad. So one day I'll go back to it.
If you do want it on the PlayStation 4, I may recommend it now. The base game is only $15 because of the PlayStation Holiday Sale. Not sponsored. But that is why I just got back into it, because I also did not want to spend $60 on the video game. But it is $15 for the base game right now, and $30 if you want Iceborne. But you do have a good about 100 hours of gameplay before you do get to Iceborne, so it's a good way to test out the game if you want to not pay a lot.
Yeah, for sure. All right. God damn it, you might have sold me. I'm so happy that you were sponsored for that one to bring that one up. So you might have sold me on it. Damn it. But it's funny to me that like being pushed away from video games is what like drew you in. I think that's probably the first time that I've heard someone say the lack of actually having them. Because that always seems like It's always a story that you would see on a TV show. Like, this kid was denied video games, so it's why they went after them. And you were like, nope, that's straight up the origin story. My fucking parents wanted to get me Minnie's Kitchen. And so I went to Call of Duty as fast as possible. Oh, that's awesome.
On the most degenerate road. Yeah, when people hear that origin story and like they kind of like put my entire personality into perspective, they kind of go, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. You always do what people tell you not to do, don't you? And I'm like, yep. And who's gonna stop me? Nobody.
Oh, it's pretty good. Like I said, I think it's the first time I've heard it. If I can track down a copy of Minnie's Kitchen, I will bring it to you at Michigan Masters.
I will literally cry if you do that. I will be so happy to be reunited with this game. I want to beat it and then like break it in half. But like not really, because it's probably gonna be really expensive if you get a copy, and I wouldn't do that.
Look, if I can track it down and you have it, you can do whatever you want with it, because I'm never gonna touch it again. I don't care. The money's already gone. I already transferred the product to somebody. Tear it up. Have all the fun in the world. Minnie's Kitchen. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think my parents did that to my sisters. I just looked it up.
It's $50 on eBay.
That ain't nothing. Look, if I can track it down, on God, I'll bring it to Michigan Masters. No problem. It'll be good just that way I can be like, Mia, look what I found.
I'll cry. I'll cry and then like ask Jay if he'll go and get his PlayStation 1 so I can play it.
Oh, if we could set up a Minnie's Kitchen booth somewhere, some way.
I'm so happy.
Listen, we got to take Street Fighter off of the main stage for a minute. So we got to put Minnie's Kitchen on the main stage.
You laugh, but you act like I won't.
It would...
Event completely unsponsored. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, exactly. Look, Michigan Masters is a pirate ship. You guys do whatever you want, whenever you want. I appreciate it. I'm all about it. Well, look, while we're on it, we can't keep ignoring the big elephant in the room. Why don't we go ahead and promote Michigan Masters and tell the people what is going on with the event right now? Like
what we're doing for the event right now?
I'll just give like the hold on. I have an image. I have a thing. Where'd it go? Is it right there? Boom! It's right there. All right, middle of the screen. So March 27th to the 29th. For those that don't know, Michigan Masters 2020 Perfect Vision, happening at the Delta Hotel by the Marriott, or Delta Hotel by Marriott. There we go, in Romulus, Michigan. Link is smash.gg/mm2020. Y'all should go and sign up, and everyone should come to Michigan Masters. That's my pitch for Michigan Masters. But if you want to give us a little bit more in-depth detail about what exactly will be going on and what you guys have going for the event, that would be super cool.
I guess the biggest thing that not only our competitor attendees will care about and our non-competitor attendees will care about is Tokyo Attack comes back in 2020. It was a very big upset for people to not see them in 2019. Sorry, can't help it. Anthony's a busy man. We did not get to him fast enough. We were talking to him mid-2019 planning about 2020, and we didn't even know if 2020 was going to happen. We're just like, dude, be our friend. Please. And like half of it is because like, you know, we care about the attendees. The other half is me and Jay just want to play Dance Rush. We know we really don't have time for Dance Rush, but like we kind of have some time on Thursday before you guys get there because we tell Anthony to set up that machine first.
Priorities.
But, like, we just want to play. Yeah. So Tokyo Attack returns. We finally got to make my vision a reality. And we get to do karaoke this year. That is very big for me because I have wanted to do karaoke for a very, very long time, even before we came up with the Idol thing. So I'm very excited. The Michigan Masters tournament is returning again this year. If you haven't heard me tell this story, I think this is a great time to tell the story. Every year, when it comes to decision making, I give Jay, as I call it, one stupid thing. He gets to do one stupid thing. And I only call it that, and it sounds very harsh, but it's because the first time he ever pitches his thing for the year, I always go, this is the dumbest thing in the world. This is not going to work. I've been proven 3 years straight that his stupid thing is always the best thing. The Michigan, when we rebranded and he did the Michigan Masters tournament, I was like, Jay, this isn't gonna work. No one cares about this dumb golf game. I was so wrong. And then he did the polo, and I was just like, this is so stupid. The polo sold out. It was the only thing that sold out. And I'm just like, Jay's stupid thing is a continuous success. It's ridiculous. And so it was really cool because this year he has a stupid thing. I am not going to say the stupid thing because it's a surprise. But the hint I will give about the stupid thing is that someone suggested it, and people think events don't listen. We listen. We listen to all of your tweets, and we go, what would be the funniest one to put into reality?
Oh my god.
What do we have the money for? We always set aside a budget to do a stupid thing. And it's whoever has the best idea that gets it. I normally don't even put any brain power into these, so like it always ends up being Jay's stupid thing. So there is a very mysterious thing that we got going on here. It's for a pretty good population of the event. I think they'll have a really good time with it. So I'm very excited to announce that. Other than that, I mean, we just kind of went bigger and better. We have some surprises about how we're setting up the event this year and kind of just how we're trying to organize it. Again, every year we strive to make it more LGBTQ friendly. So we have some really good expansive ideas that we'll be working on to output this year. Every year we improve our volunteer program and we improve our volunteer training. So overall, there's just, if I say to look forward to something, is to look forward to a better quality event. Every year we're improving, we're doing things better, we're taking your advice, and we're doing our best. And so there's a lot more to look at. It's already been announced, the new drink menu is out. So we hope you really like the Japanese drink that is made for your cringe purposes and your absolute distaste.
So originally when the name came out, it was in Japanese, I think.
It is still in Japanese.
It's still
we
in Japanese.
refuse to translate it to English. You will be ordering the Japanese drink unless you know what it translates to.
I now know what it translates to, which is why I listen. I'm not gonna ruin it. But if you guys remember sometime last year, when a certain Instagram person got really famous for selling it, it might be related to that somewhere. But I'll be ordering it by the English name because I think it'll be very funny to say it to a bartender.
Okay. Yeah, we've prepped the bartenders for it. We have had the drink. Well, I shouldn't say we. I have made the drink personally. It's pretty good actually. And we really did try to combine a few jokes in one. You know, we tried to roll in the Japanese joke, and we tried to, wrap in the Eunice community joke, and also just the never-ending joke of White Claws. And so, like, we had to do a White Claw drink.
Right.
Jay is obsessed with White Claw. Like, how could we not? So I don't know. We're just look forward to lots of like itty bitty hints and surprises and things we sprinkled onto the event to kind of show we listen to you guys. We like to have fun at this event. We like it to be a very laid back event. I don't think even if we got sponsors, we would ever do anything big like Combo Breaker. We'll always remain this cozy event where come play a game, win some money, but for the most part, just chill at the bar, have a good time.
Yeah,
I guess you can also look forward to the good food. I got you.
Oh, man,
made a custom menu.
A custom menu of food? What?
Yes, I did. I listened to everyone's feedback within the feedback form, and I heard about what you guys said about the food, and I'm putting it in the action. I got some vegan options. I got some vegetarian options. I got some quantity options. People asked for all these things, and that was my big focus for this year. I've been working with the new hotel about it, and I've been told that pretty much everything's a go. Obviously, things are subject to change between here and now, but just know you guys talked, I listened. So vegans, vegetarians, people who for some reason want an order of 20 wings, I'm doing my best. I think you might get it.
You are fantastic. Thank you. I'm very excited. I was already hyped up. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm going to do this really quickly, just so everyone knows. This is a Twitch show for those listening on Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever in the future. So with this, we stream live on Twitch, twitch.tv/SrirachAFlash. If you'd like to join us in the future, this is where the event will be. And so if you hear us responding to people in the chat, answering questions from the chat, that's what's going on. So you're not confused as like, who are these other people that we don't know about? That's what's going on here. A good friend, Shaper of Stories, asked, I assume you're going to this event? Yes, I will be there. I've been going to Michigan Masters. This will be my third year now. It was my first major that I had gone to. To this point, I still don't know what qualifies as a major, but I like calling Michigan Masters a major because it makes it sound really cool, and everyone seems to enjoy it. So, yes, I will be going to Michigan Masters this year. It is by far my favorite tournament that I go to. I've been to Combo Breaker. I've been to a few events now, but I think Michigan Masters does it better than anyone. It is by far the most fun I've ever had at an event. I'm there for 3 days from start to finish. I'm running into people that I know or sitting down with people that I know, and you and Jay honestly make it some of the most fun experiences to be able to play just fighting games and hang out. Last year I fell asleep in the game room playing with Jarv on Tekken 7. I can't complain. You guys do absolutely awesome. So yes, I will be there this year. But like I said, answering your friend's question from the chat, but also just letting everyone know I can't wait to see y'all there. It'll be a good time. So that's me. That's me kissing ass of the event. That's like I said, I can never say enough nice things. This year I'm actually bringing my wife with me. The first year that I had gone, the first year that I had gone, I had taken my son before he had transitioned. So I'm gonna tell it like this: I had taken my daughter before she had transitioned into a trans man. Now my son. And this is the way that like he likes to tell the story. So this is the way I tell the story. And at the time, he was like really nervous and kind of like anxiety ridden, just like being in a place because he had never been in a place like that. So when we were there, he kind of stuck to like playing. I think it was the Jew Beat Machine, and I think Dance Rush was there in 2018.
Don Evolution was there.
Yes, okay, that's what it was. And so he kind of just did that and like kind of met some people, but not really. But when he was out and you guys had made the LGBT like, I don't know like, what's the word I'm trying to use here? Not availability, but like
accessibility.
Yeah, accessibility. There we go. That's why you're much smarter than me. You run a program, and I just do this stupid show. But you guys had made it so much more accessible and open that I think it really helped him transition initially to non-binary and then now to a trans male. And I think he's never come out and said it, but I think being in an environment like that really helped him come to ease with what he is. And so thank you guys for that. That really does mean a lot because I don't think living in this small town he would have had the opportunities to do it that way. Or at least not be able to see that. So thank you guys for that. But so that was the first year. Last year I went alone, and this year I'll be bringing my wife because she wants to experience Michigan Masters. And she doesn't really do fighting games much, but she's very excited just to hang out and be around everyone. Yes, my wife is doomed. Thank you for the follow. I couldn't see who it was because I got the promo up. But yeah, Michigan Masters 2020 is going to be fantastic. I'm very excited. So that's my long-winded pitch for why everyone should go and how great the event is. Perfect.
And that makes me happy to hear. It is my hope that your wife will have lots to do because that's why we bring Dave. That's why we bring Anthony with all the other arcade cabs. That's why we have like the karaoke, and we try to have as much as we can for significant others or like people's kids that come, and so that they have stuff to do. That if they're not super into fighting games, like they have something to play, and like everyone's got to pay the spectator fee. You might as well get something out of it. So
yeah, definitely.
It goes to a good cause. And when it comes to the story of your son, I mean, like honestly, nothing makes me feel better because I think the greatest tweet I've seen about Michigan Masters is someone saying Michigan Masters is just one big coming out party. And the fact that people can say that about our event, the fact that we give such a comforting and welcoming environment, that's been our goal. That's been me and Jay's goal since we really started pushing the LGBTQ welcomeness and openness. And so the fact that people can find themselves in a comforting space is that's all I've ever wanted. And so the fact that it is helping people means the world to me because I mean, yeah, we're a fighting game tournament, but at the same time for me it's I don't know, it's a fighting game tournament, come play video games, but also come to love yourself and come to be in a space where you can be yourself because I also believe that Michigan Masters really gave me a lot of comfort in saying hi, I'm also non-binary because like I knew I could be comfortable in our own space that we created. And so now that I had the perspective of what would I want from an event, I was really able to push all these new ideas because I had my own perspective and then I got a lot of other feedback from other people. And so the fact that it's helping other people just means a lot to me.
Yeah, like I said, I can't thank you guys enough, and congratulations to you, by the way, for coming out as non-binary and like being very open about it. I know it's difficult for a lot of people to do. Um, I I don't I don't know what that's like, except for like my son coming out, and all I can be is like sympathetic, right? So congratulations and the best of luck to you going forward with it. Uh, and I've talked myself into a corner while trying to be nice, but also like I'm fucking stuck, bro. Uh, um, so I'll just say, yeah, Michigan Masters is very open. If anyone is like, I would like to go to a large event, but I don't know what I want to do or where I should go first. Kind of nervous about going to somewhere like Combo Breaker. Michigan Masters is definitely the place that you should go if that's like your first time, because I've never gone there and felt uncomfortable. I've never gone there even when I didn't know anybody, except for like from Twitter. Like I showed up and immediately people were like, "Hey, do you want to sit down and play games? Like shake hands, blah blah blah. Do you want a beer? Of course!" Like it was a good time. I should say that for the most part, I'm very sober now. There's a long story behind that, but very sober for the most part, except for like some exceptions. And Michigan Masters is one of those exceptions. Cause it's good to kick back with like just have like beers and stuff like that, or like have a drink with some people. And it's always just really fun. I'm looking forward to having drinks in the ice storm this year. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, we definitely love to push the drinking culture. I think the best thing that we have been able to also push is you can drink, but also to have a safe environment. And I think the funniest living story is, which now it'll be permanently documented on this, is that one of the TOs, got completely bombed last year. Like, Korymon was my destruction.
I saw the tweets.
I didn't tweet anything. Oh wait, we tweeted about it.
Yeah,
But my phone's always away when I'm drunk. But yeah, it was pretty bad. But the point of the story is if the main TO can get smashed and nothing can happen and like nothing bad happens, everyone just has a good time. I think that really goes to say a lot about the quality of the event because I think one of the main things I remember from that event is Fox coming up to me and just going, "Don't you have an event to run?" And I'm like, "It's fine. It's totally fine."
It'll run itself.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it will run itself. Like we kind of automate Michigan Masters to run itself. We've primed the attendees. Everyone kind of knows what we expect from them. You know, be on time and basically be on time, play your games, and play fairly. We don't really suffer from what a lot of what I've dealt with at other tournaments, where it's just like people want, like refunds for other stuff. Okay, okay, I can see the chat. I did not do that. Okay, maybe I did. I fell asleep in the Catherine room.
Well,
Someone is saying you charged in pretty drunk into the room begging to play Battle Chef Brigade. Okay, I don't even remember. I remember being in the Catherine room and I fell asleep in the Catherine room.
oh, Zero Syndicate. Alex, god damn it. You can't just be throwing out accusations like that. And then you're like, oh no, not you.
But I was pretty drunk in the Catherine room.
I mean, I think anyone that goes into the Catherine room has gotten drunk at some point.
Yeah. I blame Dave.
I also blame Dave. But look, that's Michigan Masters Meltdown was probably one of my favorite hashtags from the event last year. I'm looking forward to
back.
Michigan Masters Meltdown 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Very, very excited about it. Very excited. I guess, very important question that I guess I haven't asked. Is Gekio coming with popcorn this year?
Oh yes, absolutely. He hasn't been officially announced because he does have some paperwork to finish up.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I can announce this just because I'm personally in charge of the artist alley, and I'm sure Jay won't get mad. I'm sure it's fine. Gekio is coming. Gekio also has been secured a special spot so that y'all can line up. Like, believe me, we're planning. We're doing our best to make sure that y'all can get your popcorn. He has so much space for his stuff. He has so much space for you guys to line up. He's bringing extra assistance. He's doing everything he needs to do. We made sure that we would have him back because we love him. I am trying to make it a yearly habit of sitting down and having a drink with him and just talking to him. He's a great guy, so we're very excited to have him back. So yes, Gekio will be there with popcorn. He will have lots of space.
Yes. Some random exclusive. I'm claiming it. Drop here exclusively. Gekio's coming to Michigan Masters. I can't wait. The cheesecake was sold out like within the first hour last year. I'm very, very excited.
Dude, I didn't even get popcorn.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh. I had
even get popcorn.
I had my jerk off friends up here texting me because some of them, I forget who, but maybe the main account for Michigan Masters had retweeted one of Gekio's tweets, and then I retweeted it, and one of my friends saw it, and they were like, "Hey, I'll cash you $50 right now if you can bring me some popcorn," and I was like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And then that spread to like my other jerk off friends who were like, "Hey, like, can you get me this popcorn?" So I was just like making trips to the room back and forth. I ended up coming home with like 12 bags of popcorn. And to be fair, it held up really well on the long car ride home. It was delicious and wonderful, and that stuff lasts forever. It's fantastic. So yeah, I'm super happy Gekio is going to be there. I can't wait. Oh my goodness, gravy. That's exciting news for me.
Yeah. I can't wait to announce the rest of the artists. I did announce some of our first four, and I'm very excited for them to be there. Having Shinao return, and then we also have Chisu Art, we have Yokura, and we also have Kuki, Furious Rockets. So we really have some great talent between like all of our artists and vendors this year. So it's very exciting.
I'm gonna really quick in the chat for anyone who wants to see what Mia is talking about for the artists. There is the link to the artists that are gonna be in Michigan Masters. I'm too stupid to now realize that I probably should have put up like pictures on screen of these people's art. But there you go. There is that. If you all want to see the artists that are coming, which is super exciting. You guys consistently have a great lineup. So I can't wait.
We got some awesome applications this year. There's a lot of me and Jay crying about the amount of people who want to come to Michigan Masters, and we're just like, what? Who wants to come? Hello? And so that's not even half of our artists this year. I'm still just working out some kinks, waiting to get some promotional art from some of them, but man, we really do have some excellent talent this year. So I really hope everyone's excited for it.
Oh, that I can't wait! I can't wait to drop another $100 in the Artist Alley. I'm very excited.
$100 if you're lucky.
If I'm lucky,
I definitely see some people spending way more than that just because of what our lineup is.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will say I do have also the unfortunate news drop that Lexi Pants will not be coming this year due to a travel conflict. She is very sad about it, but you guys will get to save that $60 of a cheap plush. Unfortunately, she will not be making it.
Well, it sucks that she won't be there. But I will say I try to limit myself to $100, like when I go to events, because I'm like I need like food and drink. But it sucks that Lexi won't be there. But that's okay. Onward and forward to next year, possibly, maybe. We'll see what happens. So I guess let's talk about your involvement with Michigan Masters. How did you get involved with being the TO for Michigan Masters? I know there was. Did Jay?
Sorry.
Is Jay finally available? Is he alive?
No, probably
Looks
not.
like I've got more horsepower.
I don't know what's happening right now. Hold on.
Alex, I don't know why you think that. Why wouldn't I be at my own event?
Oh, what's that?
Alex is like, you won't be at my mass? No, of course I'll be there. Lexi will not be at Michigan Masters this year. Lexi Pants, the plushie distributor.
Yes, Lexi Pants won't be there. No, I didn't. I never said Mia wouldn't be there. Alex, you're disrupting the goddamn the flow of the show.
Words.
Good Lord in heaven.
But returning to the question, Jay asked me to be on the team 3 years ago when it was passed down to him and it was still held in the mall. When he realized that the event was going to get bigger, he said, me and Haley can't do this alone. We'd really like to have you on there. And I mean, if for people that don't know, me and Haley were really, really good friends, and me and Jay go back much further than me and Haley. So like we've always been great friends. We worked together for YomaCon. He's seen what I can do. He knew what my reputation was, and so yeah, he asked me to be on, and it's kind of just been a dream team ever since.
Okay, hey, sometimes all you need is a foot in the door from a friend, and that's how you get started. You guys have transformed this from like a mall event into this giant thing where it's very funny to me where you'll see players that are like really high end anime players at this point go, wait, Michigan Masters is what weekend? Like I need to find a way to fly out there. I know leading up to the event last year, I saw Kizzy K was tweeting about the event. And he was like, maybe I can go. He ended up not being able to go. But maybe sometime. Just because I want to run into Kizzy again. Because I saw him at Combo Breaker last year, and he's a solid dude. But, yeah, it's very funny to me that you guys have transformed it. Because I know some of, like, the backstory of, like, it being originally, like I said, a mall event and, like, semi-small into, at this point, one of the bigger tournaments in the United States. I really think it is. But that's just me. But looking forward to this year, enough about the past. Now perfect vision, glasses on, 2020, looking towards the future. What's something that you're looking forward to at the event this year?
Karaoke. Tenma singing karaoke, specifically Tenma. I'm looking forward to who the coin flips for getting drunk this year. It's been a back and forth between me and Jay, getting him obscenely drunk. I'm gonna wait for Jay to come so that he can talk about his drunk story, because I do believe that one of our questions is what's our best Michigan Masters memory, and that's a good story. But I think I'm really looking forward to karaoke, because karaoke is something I've wanted to foster for so long. I really love karaoke. I really love the anime fighting game community's obsession and just like passion for karaoke. So it's really exciting to get to put it on for people, because it doesn't happen at every single event, and we're just like, hey guys, I got an entire room for you. I don't know. It seems like a silly thing to be excited for, but I really am. I wanted to put this on for people for a very long time.
First of all, not silly, because do you know how many people were asking for karaoke last year? Like, people are going to be lined up out the door for karaoke. I'm excited for it. Listen, you can hear my voice right now. You should be able to know I can't sing. I'll be doing karaoke. Do we have a karaoke lineup that we're looking at, or is it going to be just any song that we can find in a catalog?
So it is going to be Joy Sound Karaoke. It is going to be the Japanese program. So what it's going to be is like you are going to input a song, and we'll see if Joy-Sound has it. Joy-Sound updates pretty often. A few Michigan locals use it pretty often, Jay included. So we should be able to find most of what you like, unless you like some weird, obscure indie band. I'm sorry you can't sing your Coachella song here because it probably doesn't have it. But like, yo, you trying to go hard in the paint with like the Naruto first opening? Yo, I got you, homie. Just have like your Romanji up on your phone. I'm really hoping some people bust out like the Idolmaster songs. I'd love that. I don't know. I have only really dealt with Joy Sound to the extent of round one, and I've been able to find most of what I wanted to sing on round one. For some reason, there was an oddly good selection of rap music, specifically Childish Gambino. I guess Japanese people like that.
I think I just got fucking whiplash from. We're gonna have these specific Japanese songs, and also Childish Gambino will be available.
I will definitely duet Childish Gambino with anybody. See me.
All right, yeah, all right. So this is very important. "Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car" by Billy Ocean. If it's available, I might have to do it. If it's available, who knows? Who knows? Listen.
I definitely intend to do a dry one of the Joy Sound karaoke while me and Jay are setting up on his PlayStation. So
Yes.
We'll definitely send me that song and we'll make sure it's there for you, or at least we'll be able to tell you.
So if I have to make one request, I'll pay money. I will actually pay money to get this song on there. But "Vehicle" by the Ides of March, I'll pay money to put that one on there. Because that's the one.
I don't know if I can put things on Joy Sound, but like if you give me $5, maybe I'll hook up a computer and I'll just like switch it to YouTube.
Yes. All right. All right.
Ooh, hold on. I need to acknowledge the question in the chat.
No problem.
Will glow sticks be provided? All I'm saying is we're rectifying a situation from last year.
Ooh, I know what that means. I'm in on it. I know what it means. I'm excited.
Jay might get mad at me for saying that, but that's all I'm gonna say. I'm very excited. I'm trying to stir up the hype, but you know, if you were there last year, you know what happened. Just know we fixed it.
Well, look, if Jay was on time, he'd be able to stop you from spilling the beans, but he's not. So
True.
You can say all you want me. I'm not gonna stop you. All right. I'm very hyped. Can I let the people know, or like, do we have to like keep it hush hush still?
It has to be hush hush. If you know, you know. If you don't,
okay.
I guess you just need to go back into Twitter and find out.
Yeah. If y'all want to go like a year back on Twitter, and you'll find it. But listen. All right, lips are sealed, but I know what it is. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. I'll have to put myself down for an order of at least a good couple of them. Because I gotta bring some home to the kids too. That's just me though. Oh my god, my daughter's gonna lose her shit. My youngest daughter, she'll lose her mind. It's gonna be awesome. Well, Jay's not here, so I'm gonna have to ask you your favorite Michigan Masters memory to date, and he's just gonna have to deal with it.
Oh, this is my favorite question. My favorite Michigan Masters memory to date is a two-part story that happens in both 2018 and 2019, and it's the third strike money memory. For some reason, the third strike money always goes missing, but not really. In 2018, Jay was very drunk because PGN kept handing him Budweisers. He was very drunk. Third strike had ended a very, very long time ago. Jay had given out all the awards, and thus, all the money. He had given them to the winners. He repeatedly comes up to the TO desk where me and Haley are sitting and goes, "Where's the third strike money? Where are the trophies?" We think he's joking. This happens like 6 or 7 times. And we go, "Jay, you gave it to them already." But like, he's so busy and he's so drunk, he can't remember. We made fun of him for this for the entire year. Like it was hilarious. It was the best. It was the funniest story ever. 2019 comes and Karma goes, Mia, no. You made fun of Jay too much. It's your turn. The important part of the story is I was sober when this happened. I'm sitting in me and Jay's room, and I'm sorting out the money for payments early because I was going to go celebrate Lynn's birthday, and I was going to have dinner. That was going to be my one break of the weekend. And I'm sitting here, and I'm looking for all the envelopes to split out properly, and I can't find Third Strike. And I'm looking, and I'm re-looking, and I'm re-looking, and I look up at Jay, and I go, where is the Third Strike money? Why is it gone? Jay, where'd the envelope go? And we had this was the first year that I didn't handle like all of the registration. We had other people. And so I was just like, oh my God, do you think they took it? And he was just like, no, there's no way. Like, we trust those people. They totally didn't take it. And I just go, where's the Third Strike money? And I zoom out of the schedule, which is what I was using to look at all the top eights to figure out what we had to pay out. I was looking at the Friday schedule. It was Saturday. And when I told Jay this, he gets the biggest smile on his face. And he goes, you are the next victim of the Third Strike money. And so Jay has not let me live that down. And yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, so the Third Strike money is my favorite memory. And it's really embarrassing. Because it's gotten both of us now, and so I'm kind of hoping it somehow happens again to either one of us. Like we somehow lose the Third Strike money, but yeah, I don't know who's gonna lose the money this year, but I hope it happens. I hope like it's like Rick, like we like give PGN all the money and he like loses it in a can of Budweiser or something.
I hope it's a joint venture between. I hope the both of you lose the Third Strike money.
Yeah.
I just saw in the chat a little bit ago. That's the next T-shirt for Michigan Masters. Is where's the Third Strike money? And that look, I'm just saying.
Don't think I won't.
It would sell like hotcakes. Yeah, hashtag 3ashcash. That's. Oh my God. All right. Now you have to. A hashtag 3ashcash is the way to go.
I'll put the screaming J face that says "Where's the Third Strike?"
Oh my God!
But like we can't tell Jay that we're gonna do it. Like I just have to like put it on Teespring one day, and then like I want someone to like link it to him and be like, dude, someone's selling a shirt with your face on it.
Oh my God!
Feel free to do that because he'll also go, why did you tell people that story publicly?
Well, you weren't here to stop us, Jay. I don't know what to tell you. That's too perfect. Oh, look. All right, if someone doesn't do it, I'll end up doing it before the night's over. We'll put it out there. It'd be very exciting. So going forward then, what are your goals for the event past this year, in 2021 and beyond?
I honestly haven't thought about 2021. I think the most I thought about 2021 was, I don't know. I feel like it's a damper to the show, but I actually thought about 2020 being the last year, personally, because I was very tired. I was very exhausted from running this event, from the drama that comes with being an event organizer. And I think the biggest thing is like I'm constantly forgotten about with this event. People always just thank Jay, and it really started to hurt me personally. So as far as I'd really thought that there was no 2021, but I think if I really had to theory craft for it, the biggest thing I would really want to do and that I can see myself doing is expanding our LGBTQ openness, expanding our code of conduct to be more clear about what we do and expect. I don't know, and just kind of continuing to foster and uphold the environment that we want. To me, that's my everyday focus, and I'm always thinking about how to expand on that. I'd like to also run more non-traditional tournaments. I'd really like to turn Michigan Masters into more than a fighting game tournament. I would like us to always be more than that. And so I'm always thinking about ideas and ways that I can do that. I'd like to do something like an idol contest, especially for like all the cosplayers that like to come to Michigan Masters and do like a cosplay contest. Kind of just have something for everybody. I want it to be a more open event in both the terms of, no matter how you identify, you're respected, but also no matter what you like, this is an event that you could really come to and enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Well, if anyone could do it, I believe it would be you, the fire starter. I think you can make it happen. And if it grows outside of that, awesome. If and don't feel like you put a damper on the show, because finality doesn't have to necessarily be sad. We can enjoy the moments that we had. If in fact this is the last year for Michigan Masters, if it doesn't continue on between or past 2020, before this event even starts this year, thank you so much for everything that you guys have given us and all the memories that I will have until the end of time. Thank you. I can't say it enough, and I'm sure I speak for a lot of people in the chat. If this is their last time being able to go to Michigan Masters, we'll do our best to make it the best one to date.
Yeah, that's always the goal. I realistically do not think Jay will let us stop. To be quite honest with you. I told him about it for 2 seconds, and he was kind of just like, that's cute. Nah.
That sounds like a good idea, but also no. I mean, it might just be in his blood. I don't think. I think if he lets the event die, I think Jay dies. But that just might be a thing. But I can understand from your point of view where you go, I don't. As someone that puts in a lot of hard work behind the scenes and very upfront on the main stage for the show, I can understand where getting lost in the shuffle by a lot of people would make you want to go, this isn't fun anymore, when the hard work goes unnoticed. Or at least not unnoticed, but uncredited, I guess. But
and it's really only what hurts me the most is people that know I exist and choose to omit me. I think that's what really hurt, is finding out about that, and that's what made me not want to do it anymore. Because I try when there are people who, for some reason, like dislike you so much that they just choose to ignore your hard work and credit it to somebody else when somebody hates you that much. And when you're an event organizer, that happens a lot. There will be people that just don't like you for no reason, and they'll do anything to discredit you, and it's a heavy weight on your shoulders, because why do you want to keep putting on an event for people who are so mean?
Right.
And you kind of just have to learn to look beyond it, and that's what Jay teaches me every day, is that you can't let those people stop you. Yeah. And that's why I think no matter how dark I get and how much I don't want to go beyond this, I think Jay continuously always being there to pick me up will always be the reason that Michigan Masters does live on, because I'm not sure if anyone took note of the lyrics that we used this year for the trailer, but we used a mashup of Perfume and of Lionhearted, and that song was picked very specifically because of what we had faced in 2019. We did not want to do this anymore. We were surrounded by so much negativity, and we were so tired. We were exhausted. And Lionhearted is all about a song about how you don't stop, stop going. You just keep going no matter what's happening in front of you. And it was very important for us to put that in our trailer, because we take pride in the fact that, we're not sponsored by anybody, and so we can say whatever we want.
Right.
And we wanted to be very upfront with people and say, you guys made us not want to do this anymore. We were exhausted. We were tired. We were beat down really, really bad. and we didn't want to do this anymore. But we realized the people that we were referring to were so few and in between that we couldn't let the minority spoil it for the majority, because in the same essence we had so many people that were there for us that we couldn't thank enough. Because I don't think the people that wrote that card and the people behind that card, I don't think they know how much of an impact that they had on us. Because I cried for a very long time that night after that, because we had hit quite a few goals that night, and that was the cherry on top of it. And that's what made me go, no matter what, we're going to keep doing this. Because the people that care are the people that matter.
Yeah, and that's really the people that you do have to focus on. Unfortunately, I missed the card unveiling and delivery last year, but seeing you guys overcome like with emotion made me cry like a little baby back home. It was an awesome moment, and yeah, I know last year was rough, but I do appreciate you guys putting on this year, and here's hoping to a successful one.
Yeah, I'm really hoping so. The good news is, Jay said he can be put in the call.
Really? Oh, hey, there he is. All right, I got him. I got you, little baby bird. Don't you worry, Jay. I got you. As soon as I can find you. Perfect. I'm gonna throw him right in. Uh-oh. There we go. Is everyone alive and amplified?
Word.
Yeah. Can you hear me correctly?
Yes, I can. Hey, there he is. Yeah, Jay who?
The most fashionably late I've ever been.
Jay the Diva, that's who. Oh my gosh. Delayed the show an hour. My goodness gravy. Well, thank you, Mia, for the wonderful news that we can put Jay on now. Jay, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, even though I am very late. I apologize. I was taking care of other business, and other business went very long. So my apologies to everyone associated with the show and those watching for me being so delayed. But I'm very happy to finally be here.
Well, I'm happy to have you here. You'll be happy to know that Mia has done a wonderful job in your stead. And she's covered everything. Well, we don't even need you anymore, really.
Well, I mean, that's usually the way things go. Mia does everything so well that I don't know what I'm here for.
Yeah, they did it again. Mia did it again.
Yeah. They saved the day more times than I can count.
100%. Well, now that Jay's here, Mia, I don't think we can't reveal to him the story that we just told. So we'll
No.
All right, cool, perfect. Jay,
Let's just see if he tells it too.
Perfect. Jay, I have a very important question for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite memory from Michigan Masters?
So I think I have to put a disclaimer that, like, so obviously my favorite memory is the card being given to us at the end of last year and crying in front of the entire event. I think that was the one moment where I was like, oh my Lord, there are this many people that care about us. And everything that was like everything that we do for this means something to a lot of people. And it's no accident that everyone who got that card started crying. But that's not a fun story. Like, that's cool. Like, that's amazing. But that's not like what we're here for. Is that entertaining? Like, my favorite story.
I mean, look, I'll 100% allow it because it's a very sweet story. And it's funny that you say, because we were actually just talking about that.
Okay.
So, no big deal. But, no, it's a good story. You don't have to back it up with anything else. That being said, if you do have another story, I won't stop you from telling it.
All right. My actual favorite story is my dearest friend, my dearest baby Gage, being a little too drunk and thinking that Alistair is locked in the pool and that Alistair is trying to get out of the pool and that Jack Jack, who goes by Scary Eyes, and it's worth noting that Jack goes by Scary Eyes because Gage is so drunk that he was calling them Bussy. And so what happened was that Alistair actually did get locked in the pool. Alistair used one of the changing rooms in the pool area, and then the pool area got locked. But there was another way to get out, and so he just left that way. But Gage was so drunk that he thought he saw Alistair's hands up against the stained, privacy window of the pool, and he's trying to get into the pool, and right next to him is Jack, and he's turning to them and going, Bussy, I see the hands. You've got to get Alistair out of the pool. Bussy, I see the hands. He's trapped in there. And it wasn't until Alistair exited the pool area from the other side and came into the stairwell where the main pool entrance was that I could convince Gage that no, Alistair's not locked in there. I think I even grabbed Gage under the armpits and lifted him up over the privacy screening on the glass so that he could see in there and see that Alistair wasn't in the pool anymore. So that's probably my favorite story. If I had on reaction, that's probably my favorite story. Just because of the boiling it down to just the phrase "Bussy, I see the hands."
Jay, I want you to know I've told the 3S money story. Both of them.
The third strike money, the super turbo money.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
That is another amazing story that I think only me and you would have known. So that's a good one for the rest of the world to know. That's a real good peek behind the curtain.
Yeah. Well, if we have to change the hashtag to hashtag STCash now, that's fine. We'll do it. We'll change it from hashtag Third Strike Cash. We'll change up the T-shirts too. It'll be fine. Jay doesn't know about that yet, but he'll find out later on.
I'll find out later.
Yeah, the world heard the Super Turbo or Third Strike story at this point, and at this point, I'm willing to believe it was just both games, and probably one of the better things I've heard. So shout outs to the both of you. I've already asked Mia this question, Jay, so I'll ask you. What is something that you're looking forward to at the event this year going forward?
So, specifically something that's going down at 2020 that I'm excited about?
Yeah.
This year is probably one of the wildest things that I think is ever going to happen for us as a tournament, in the sense because the developer of Ultra Fight Dakayana 2 is apparently flying out to the United States and is going to be at the event in response to his game being part of the main roster. And that is something that in my wildest dreams I never would have thought would happen. It's just oh my god. I thought we were gonna getting close to oh man, we're gonna have an international player finally show up to Michigan Masters. Are we at that level? That's crazy. But an actual Japanese indie developer of a game that we're running is going to be at our event. He drew a poster for us promoting Michigan Masters with the artwork of one of the characters from the game. That's something that is so insane to me, and I cannot wait to just meet this guy and say thank you. Oh my lord.
Wow. Well, that's two fucking some random exclusives today. Holy shit. That's awesome. Congratulations to the both of you. Congratulations to Michigan Masters. I can't wait. That's awesome. That's super exciting. Wow. Yeah, I think people in the chat are excited. I'm excited. Now I'm gonna have to, all right. Perfect. Yeah.
You can tell that I'm the logistics person because I forgot to mention that because I've been getting translators resolved for them. Yes, I will say, in response to the chat, if you are listening to this podcast before our registration closes, please sign up for Ultra Fight Dakayana 2. We would love to have a huge bracket for this game. We have a lot of people who are coming out just for this game. in response to the fact that the developer is coming out. And so we're hoping to put on a really good show for it, have some really good commentators for it. We definitely promote anyone like really trying the game out. It is a fun little time. So I think it's going to be a great show. And yeah, you can come meet the developer. I was very worried about him getting overwhelmed by fans, but after a few recent tweets that he's made and like some conversation I've had with him very lightly, he's very excited to meet people, which makes me excited because in all of my years of speaking with Japanese players and other Japanese guests at different events, they're usually very reserved, and this is not the case with him. He is very excited to meet people.
That is excellent. That is awesome. I'm very excited. Holy shit. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Now I gotta add it to my fucking registration list. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
One
registration at a time, baby.
Oh, look, that's all you need. Just one at a time. Just keep racking them up. Jay, I'm gonna try to squeeze it out of you because I couldn't squeeze it out of Mia. What is Jay's stupid thing TM this year? What can we look forward to?
If Mia didn't say anything, then I know better to cross them.
Damn it! All right, I tried.
You think that going to the like dumb himbo of the group is gonna get you to the information? I appreciate your thought process, but I'm not saying nothing.
Looks like I've got more horsepower.
I want to, when like you go behind one parent's back to the other one, and just like yes. maybe they'll say yes. I tried so hard, but fine.
This dad knows to like actually put the newspaper away and address the subject instead of being like, yeah, go ahead.
All right, fine. I'll just wait. Jeez.
It's okay. You'll find out soon.
I know.
It's coming up pretty soon.
I know. I'm like a kid on Christmas. This is my Christmas. This is like Christmas in spring. That's for me. That's what this is. I mean, it'll still be a snowstorm like Christmas, so it's fine.
Were you there for the year that it was a snowstorm during Masters?
Yeah, 2018, where I had to stay an extra day because the roads were so bad. I sure was.
Yep.
Yeah, that was exciting. That was a good time.
I actually stayed, I think, another 2 nights at the venue because the ice storm was so bad it knocked out the power at my apartment and I had no heat.
Ew.
So that venue actually did a massive solid and gave me free of charge 2 nights in the hotel.
Damn, I'm out here paying an extra like $100 for the night. I got screwed. Damn. That's all right. Well, good on them for putting you up. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember you tweeting about that you had lost power, and I remember it was really bad. When we had driven home from that event, we had gone, I think, 50 miles an hour, and it took us, instead of the normal 3 hours, like about 4 to 5 hours to get home. It was an adventure, to say the least. But yeah, hopefully no snowstorm this year. Cross fingers. Should be fine. Should be exciting. I forgot. There might have been something else that I was gonna ask you, Jay. I guess I asked Mia this, and they were pretty upfront about not knowing what the future is gonna be, but hopeful if the event does continue forward. But if Michigan Masters continues on past this year, what are your goals for the event moving forward in 2021 and beyond?
It's hard to. So the problem is that for me to have an answer, like a concrete answer to that, would be that I need to know what's going to happen.
Okay.
And the issue is that every year, it's usually better than we could ever expect. And then also some things kind of will impede progress. Some things will make progress better. And I can't have like a 5-year goal with this event because there's just no way to plan that. We could never set a tracking like that. So the future of Masters is every year we do everything we can to make another great tournament happen. And that's all we could ever promise, because even looking 2 years ahead, who knows? What if this year is so popular that we have to move venues again earlier than we thought? Who could ever tell?
Right.
So yeah, those types of plans, I could never even plot one out, but I just know that whatever the future of Masters is, we give it every fraction of attention and effort that we can.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's on me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put either of you in a rough spot there, and ask because I don't expect a concrete answer. I know it is hard with these events, so please don't feel bad or anything like that for not having a concrete answer. But I am just excited to see what either of you or the both of you do going forward. And if it continues on past this year, like I've already said before, awesome, can't wait. If it doesn't, if this is the last one, thank you guys. Super excited, no problem. I guess we will. We've been on for about hour 15 at this point. So we'll do some last wrap up questions, and then we'll get the hell out of here, and I'll let you guys go home for the night. But this is where I'll open up to the chat. If the chat has any questions that you guys want to throw at us, be reasonable, be respectful, and we'll try to answer some questions that you guys want to throw at us. No big deal. While I ask Jay and Mia these respective last questions, if you guys have anything you want to throw at us, go ahead. But I'll start with Mia. Mia, do you have a favorite story that's come out of the FGC? For as long as you've been around.
Looks like I've got more horsepower.
Man.
If you have to brainstorm
Super Turbo Money.
Super Turbo Money. Look, that's the best one.
I'm trying to think about like the entirety. I think my favorite story is probably from Evo, and it was my first time closely working with Japanese players. And it was really funny because I ran Blaze Blue, and I didn't really know a lot of Japanese 3 years ago. And I ran the bracket, and I guess the Japanese players thought I was really helpful. They saw me trying to speak Japanese, and they really appreciated it. But one thing that really caught on when they tried to get my attention is I was dubbed the Lion TO because I had my hair down. And if you've never seen me in person and you're listening to this podcast, I have pretty decently long blonde curly hair. And when it is down, it is very wild, it's very puffy. And it looks like a curly lion mane. And so I think that's one of my favorite memories because of what it extends to. It's how I'm friends with Tenma to this day, because Tenma's the one who told me that. And it's how I'm friends with Yoshiki and like a few other Japanese Blaze Blue players. It's one of the reasons that like me and Jonah are so close, because he was there for that. And so it's just a very fun, small story that it had such an impression on me, because the Japanese players were going like, oh, well, where's the lion? Like, where's the lioness TO? Where's the lion TO? She was so nice. Please tell her I said thank you. And it was just really funny. And at one point it was like, well, just look for the lion with the glasses. So, I feel like if I think more, I'd probably find a funnier story. But most of those are rooted in like other people being salty. So there's a very positive story for you.
I'll take it. The fire starter, the Lion TO. At this point, I think by the end of the show, we'll probably have about 7 more nicknames that I'm going to use for you throughout the weekend. I'm very excited. Jay, same question. I'll throw it to you. Do you have a favorite story that's come out of the FGC this year, be it personal or otherwise?
Is it this year you said, or of all time?
Oh, just all time. Any story that you have out of the FGC.
This is probably a little smaller scale than I think people would be expecting, but for those who don't know, I have been a competitor in the FGC since 2009. So I not only am I a filthy 09er, but I am now a filthy 09er who has made it a full decade in this scene. And my story actually comes from Frosty Fausting's last year, so the 2019 edition of Frosty Fausting, because that was after 9 years of competition, the first time I ever made it out of pools at a major.
Oh.
And there's a lot of things that I've done in this scene that I'm very proud of. Obviously, by that time, I was already established as a member of what makes Michigan Masters tick and what helps makes YomaCon tick. And I worked with a lot of events, but that was really the point where it's like, okay, I finally did the thing that I could not do for nearly a decade. I made it out of pools, and then I actually continued onward after that. I ended up getting 17th in Eunice that year, and that year I think there was 132 people, so it got better. Not only did I pop off so hard I nearly like threw the tables and like stomped out the venue when I finally made it out of pools, but I went on and I continued to win a couple more matches in the next set of losers, and then I was able to win against a incredibly talented Aurier player named Norse on stage in my Merkava Kigu, and I popped off even harder. I did the wiggly arms and everything, but that event and that placement during that event really validated all the time that I have put into this hobby and this community, and it's probably the crowning achievement for me as a competitor, and I'll always just cherish that so much that I finally was able to make it to that point.
That's an awesome story. Yeah, both of the stories, excellent. And I remember seeing the video of your pop off, and now I think that's the first time I've ever heard someone. Is it Tigu? Am I pronouncing it right?
Kigu, yes, Kigu.
Okay, so that's the first time I've ever actually heard it pronounced and like not reading it. So now I know how to say it going forward, so I don't sound like a moron. But I remember seeing the video of the pop off.
It's short for Tigurumi, which that's the full name of it, I guess.
All right, nope, all right. Now you lost me, Jay. I'm a simple rube. I live in the woods. Tigu is all you're getting out of me. I'm just an idiot. But I remember seeing the video of the pop off, and I remember being very excited for you. I didn't realize that was your first time making out of pools, so congratulations.
Thank you.
A year removed, congratulations. So from the chat, SBK wants to know for the both of you, and I'll let I guess I'll start with you, then we'll move it over to Jay. But what's good advice for first-time visitors to Michigan Masters?
I would say come with an open mind and come relaxed. Everyone at that event is going to welcome you. Everyone at this event will gladly play games with you. And everyone at this event is going to be nice. So as much as you can, really just kind of calm yourself and just come and have a good time. And know that it's going to be okay. I can't say that for a lot of other events because I get really nervous, and I feel like no one wants to play with me, but definitely come and have no fear. Have no fear at Michigan Masters. There's always something for you to do, even if you need to recede and kind of take a step back. You can go and you can play rhythm games. You can chill out with yourself. But like, if you're one of those people that like gets really nervous about coming to a tournament and like playing with other people, you've never done it before, just know that at Masters, like, just call next. It's literally as easy as that at our tournament, because everybody is welcoming, everybody is open, they know what our environment is, and they help push it. So just come with an open mind and come with the intentions of having a good time, and I guarantee you will.
All right, awesome. Yeah, Jay, same question. Any advice for first-time visitors?
That's pretty much going to be mirroring what Mia said. I think one of the things that me and I hold to heart from the events that we like and we learn from and that we really want to see reflected on Masters is that a tournament is not just a tournament. There are people spending exorbitant amounts of money in travel and lodging to have a fun time, to have an enjoyable weekend at something that you put together. And so for us, we go as far as we can to make sure that this isn't just a tournament, that there is room for fun time special events, that there are fun arcade games and rhythm games for people to play, and that there is room for when you're tournament run ends, because your tournament run may only account for 2 hours of that weekend, that there is so much more for you to do and enjoy. So, to that point, do not come to this thinking that it's just a tournament. We are here to try and make sure that you have a fun weekend from front to back. You have as much entertainment as we can offer.
All right, yeah. That I can vouch from personal experience. When your tournament run ends, and it will, be it by winning or losing, probably most likely losing if you're like me, I guarantee you'll have a good time and be able to find 1,000 things to do, all within arm's reach of each other. A-Bake wants to know, how good are the wings at the new venue?
I have not had them yet. I have not checked.
Yeah, I don't think either of us have taste tested them yet, but we are meeting with the coordinator soon. And it is actually something that once we get like the initials figured out and like I get to have my confirmation of everything we get to have on the menu, I intend on us going like, all right, we'd like to like have like a food tasting. So it is something that it is on our docket to make sure it is up to snuff. I will say our new venue is of a higher scale than our previous venue, and I have stayed at these hotels before, and I've gotten their wings at the bar. And so if they share the same recipe, they are pretty good. So I wouldn't worry about it.
All right.
I know that last year's wings were somewhat famous. I never actually got around to having them, but it was a point of talk that the wings at the previous venue were very good. I can't say anything about the wings this year, but God, I'm pretty sure the food's going to be pretty good from what sort of introductory concessions we've talked about when it comes to menuing for this event. So I think there's going to be a very high quality of food at Masters this year.
I can't wait. I know Mia was telling us earlier about the new vegan options and everything like that. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
Me too.
Lamo wants to know, what's the game that you're excited to watch despite not knowing much about it? Which games are the ones that you have been slowly growing and catching your eye? And why is it Twinkle Star Sprites?
Boy, I played in those Twinkle Star Sprites tournaments. I've been known about Twinkle Star Sprites.
Oh, damn. Jay coming in hot.
But my actual answer is probably Ultra Fight Dakayana 2. It was introduced to me at this most recent EVO, and the people who sat me down taught it to me instantly. It is incredibly fun, and then I also was able to immediately see how much love people have for this game, because two close friends of mine, Mini Matt and Ryudo, close friends of ours, we both know them, they showed up to the bracket for Dakayana 8 EVO in full cosplay of the characters. So there's a lot of really cool interest in this game. I'm very interested in it. I've been trying to pick it up in my spare time. I don't have very much spare time, but that's kind of where I'm looking at right now. Like this seems really, really, really cool, and that's why we put it at the tournament ourselves as well.
Awesome. Mia, same question to you. What's a game that you don't know much about but you're excited to watch?
It's the same answer, actually. This is like the only game that I really don't know anything about, excluding the old man games, but that's just because I'm very, very young, and I don't have much experience with those games. But yeah, the Ultra Fight is something that I've kind of had a piqued interest since Jay brought it up and he really wanted it in. Because when he first proposed it, I was like, wow, this game looks pretty interesting, like visually wise. So I don't know if you guys have seen the game, but graphics are pretty interesting. And I was just like, okay, Jay, I guess you want to run this. And so I was like, cool. And I always wanted to see what it would grow into. And now the developers coming and all these people are really excited about it. So it's a game I didn't even know people really, cared about. And so when people show up for like these games that I have no idea about, those are the games that like I make sure I'm in the ballroom for. It's like, all right, what's this going to be like?
All right. Awesome. I think with that being said, we'll promote the event one more time. That's me just reading my notes out loud. Michigan Masters 2020, March 27th to the 29th at the Delta Hotel by the Marriott. Or Delta Hotel by Marriott. Gee, that's the second fucking time. Romulus, Michigan. Make sure y'all are there. It's going to be an excellent time. Jay, Mia, thank you guys so much for your time tonight. I very much appreciate it. Mia, thank you for picking up Jay's slack once again.
Mia, thank you for picking up Jay's slack again.
If people want to find you all on the internet, where can they find you at?
They can find me at MruSuk. That's Mr. Usuk. That's my main form of social media. So you can find me at Twitter there, at Mr. Usuk, MruSuk.
I am TheIceyGlaceon, or just TheIceyGlaceon on pretty much every single social media platform. If you type it in, I can almost guarantee it's me. So yeah, that's where you can find me. Before we do sign off, I do want to mention one thing. In the chat, there were questions about new bartender. I got an answer for y'all.
Oh, all right. Yeah, spill it.
Bartender. Bartenders. Plural. Multiple. Just so y'all know. Because y'all alcoholics.
It was impressed upon them in, I think, even the first meeting. Before you had even signed anything, I was like, you need to have multiple of your best bartenders here. Because you do not want to lose money on the possibility of you not being ready for this. And they took that to heart.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm excited for bartenders, plural. That's going to be awesome. I'm happy. Shout outs to the poor guy that quit his job last year. R.I.P. R.I.P. Poor guy. You're dead to me.
That's the funniest story of Michigan Masters.
That's really the funniest story. Michigan Masters went so hard, the bartender quit.
That's it. That's the story. For anyone listening, that's the story. Michigan Masters meltdown, Mimass meltdown, went so hard the bartender quit in the middle of the day. R.I.P. With that being said, you can find me on the internet, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that other fun stuff at Sriracha Flash. I've been joined by the wonderful, the magnificent, TheIceyGlaceon, and the beautiful, magnificent diva, Mr. Usuk. And this has been Some Random. Thank you all for joining us. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks, bud.
Good night.